Hi, I'm Annie Ulichny, and I want to thank you so much for joining in today for some mindfulness and meditation practices. Last time we were together, we were practicing with the 3 Bs. The 3 Bs that are essential to our health and well-being: the brain, the body, and the breath. And today we're going to practice on connecting the brain, our mind, and the breath. And we're also going to bring in little pieces of movement within the body to really help support that process. So if we really kind of take a step back and look at what is the essential function of our brain and how the mind works and our thought process, it's really a survival mode. The brain has kept us in survival mode for all of time of humans. And that survival mode is like our inner radar system, and it's constantly churning thoughts. It's not something we can turn off, but it is something that we can help harness that power of our survival mode, harness it and really have it work to help us heal. Our body and our breath are designed to heal. That's what's happening throughout the whole body, through the nervous system, through our breathing apparatus, which is our primary energy system of our body. And so these things are constantly looking for ways to heal and make us strong and function at our best. And so when we can connect the brain, the survival mode, connect it with the breath, we are creating a sense of rebalance, regulation, and we're ready for anything. It's when our rest and digest system is what it's referred to. I like to think of it as a calm, confident readiness. We're ready for anything that happens during the day. And stress is released and healed through some of these practices that we can do together. And when we're feeling stressed and we feel kind of this rise of stress in the body, we can use these breathing exercises to regulate and bring us back into a peaceful state of well-being and balance. So we're going to get started and use some breathing techniques that really are designed to engage the mind and bring the mind really into the breathing techniques to keep us fully focused. And we're going to use the beginning here, we're going to use our movements of our arms to work in tandem with the breath, the inhale and the exhale. And so once you see what movements we're doing, I encourage you to keep your eyes closed as we move forward here. We're going to take our comfortable posture, feeling our feet just on the floor, on the ground, feeling the soles of our feet, noticing the tingling aliveness connected here with the earth, feeling our sit bones making contact with the chair, feeling our shoulders can relax here as we get started, and we have an upright, dignified posture. We're breathing in and out of the nose for this entire practice. And our hands right now are going to be placed along our side. And we're going to breathe in for about a count of 4 and move our hands up at the same time. It's a great way to smooth out and slow down the breath, using motion and breath at the same time. Once we get our hands overhead, again, if you want to keep your eyes open just to watch and then close them down once we go through this, you're going to stretch along the rib cage on either side. Stretch up with the right hand, then the left hand, the right hand, and then the left hand. Really, you're stretching along the rib cage, stretching the intercostal muscles along the breathing apparatus in the lungs. And exhaling as our hands move down, back down to our side. So we're connecting this bit of movement with the breath to help start us off, slow our breath down, which opens and slows us down at the same time in the body. On the inhale, we move our arms up, slow, steady, smooth breath. On the inhale, we're going to stretch right arm up, left arm up, right, left. Really feel along the rib cage the stretch. Exhaling, moving the arms slowly, palms facing down. Exhaling, smooth, slow, gliding our hands down, gliding the breath out. Inhale, arms go up. When we get to the top, you're going to pause your breath, hold your breath slightly, raise your right arm, stretch, left, right stretch, left stretch, and now exhale. Move the arms down. Slow, smooth exhale. And then we inhale, moving our arms up. We're going to hold the breath while we stretch up at the top again. Try adding that. Hold the breath, stretch up right, stretch left, stretch right, stretch left. Bring our arms down. Exhale, exhale, exhale. We really want to release anything that's stale in the lungs. Inhale, move the arms up. Once we're at the top, hold the breath, stretch right, stretch left, stretch right, stretch left. Exhaling, really exhaling everything out. A smooth, gradual, but deep exhale all the way out. And we'll do one more together. Inhaling, arms go up. Feeling the full inhale. Hold the breath, stretch right, stretch left, stretch right, stretch left. Exhaling, bringing the arms down. And we can place our arms just on our laps now. Just checking in, feeling how the body feels, and noticing the breath. Feeling that the breath is deeply throughout the whole body, the rib cage, not just the upper chest, but it's a deep, long, full torso breath. Inhale and exhale. When we can practice a deep, smooth breath, it's more easily attainable during our day when we're not practicing. A deep, smooth breath, in and out. So this next practice we're going to do really helps to tone, again, within the rib cage and also the diaphragm. The diaphragm can be toned just like our muscles can be toned when we're at the gym or our heart doing cardio. And this is really important for longevity and for overall health because it really helps support a very efficient and effective breath. And a lung capacity expands when we strengthen the diaphragm. So we're actually going to take one hand, whichever hand you prefer, and we're going to press our thumb and our forefinger against our nostrils as we breathe in just slightly. So you can kind of play with this to find what's right for you. Maybe press it in so approximately 30% of your nasal capacity is blocked when you pinch your nostrils shut. Just not fully shut, just partially shut. And we're going to do this pressing of the nostrils on the inhale, and then we're going to completely open and allow a full exhale out of our nostrils on the exhale. So we're just withholding some of our inhale through the nostrils when we breathe in, and this will allow us to really feel the engagement of the diaphragm. So I really want your focus to be on feeling the diaphragm, having to work a little bit harder to bring air in, and it really helps to fill the lung more deeply and more efficiently. It's a wonderful exercise to do. In a traditional sense, it's called a stomach drag. And that's really so you feel the diaphragm being pulled and engaged when we do this practice. So let's give this a try. So we'll inhale for about a count of 4, and the exhale will be a full exhale for about a count of 6. You use the best count for you, but you really want to elongate the exhale. So let's inhale and press the nose in on the inhale, maybe 30%. Just play with it and see what's comfortable for you. Inhale. Release the nostrils, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This just gives you a gauge. So you keep practicing like this. Inhale with pinched nose, a little bit. Exhale, full exhale out of the nose. Really feel like you're really getting rid of all of the air out of your lungs. Inhale with a bit of a pinch. Feel the diaphragm engaging. Exhale. Full release, full release. Get rid of all of the air. Inhale, engage the diaphragm. Exhale. As if our lungs were a sponge, we're really pressing all of the water out if our lungs were like a sponge. And inhale, filling everything up. Filling that sponge up. Really working that diaphragm. Okay, pinch the nose again. We'll take a few more together. Exhaling. Really expelling all of the air. Inhaling one last time. Exhaling, we can place our hands down on our laps. Full exhale, just empty out of everything on this exhale. And then just let the breath breathe itself. Come into a normal, smooth, soft rhythm of the breath. Feel the body. We could notice a tingling that starts to build when we do these exercises, really focusing on the breathing. And we are giving our mind, our brain, a job to really pay attention and focus on the breath. Just feeling and sensing how we feel. Coming back into our regulated baseline balanced state right here after that fairly exerted effort of breathing. And so this next exercise we're going to do together, it's fairly simple, although it can be a little bit uncomfortable until we get used to it. So just know that that's really normal. I do this exercise quite a bit, and still sometimes getting started, it feels a little uncomfortable at first. So just take it easy, work with whatever feels comfortable until you find your own rhythm that's really suitable for you. But notice how it is for you, and notice that if there's any tingling or sensations like that, it's very normal, because we're changing and maximizing our O2 CO2 exchange when we do these exercises. which re-regulates and balances us from deeply within and allows our body to come into this calm, confident state. So this exercise is about breathing in for a count of 4, holding the breath for a count of 4, exhaling for a count of 4, and holding the breath at the bottom for a count of 4. Sometimes it can feel uncomfortable, so use your own count, which works for you. It's really encouraged. Again, this is toning and strengthening our breathing system as well as regulating us right here, right now. So and then I'm going to add some movement to that as we get a little bit further down into this practice. So we'll inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, stay focused in the body. Hold the breath. Exhale. Hold the breath. Inhale. Try to relax the body. Hold the breath. Stay really relaxed. Exhale. Hold the breath. Inhale. Use your own count if you need to. Hold the breath. This is just practice getting comfortable with a rhythm. Exhale. Hold the breath. This is really wonderful to regulating the body. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale. Hold the breath. Our body loves rhythms. So it is actually really, even though it might feel uncomfortable, inhale. It is really benefiting tremendously from this rhythm. Hold the breath. Exhale. Hold the breath. And on this next inhale, we're going to move our arms up just like we did with the beginning exercise. Inhaling, moving the arms up. Sometimes it helps with a little movement to keep us going. Hold the breath. Have your hands at the top. Exhale, moving your arms down with the counting. Hold the breath. Inhale, arms go up. Hold the breath with your arms at the top. Exhale, arms go down. Hold the breath. Palms up, arms up. Inhale. Hold the breath at the top. Exhale, arms go down, palms down. Hold the breath at the bottom. Inhale. Sometimes this movement makes it easier to hold the breath and smooth out the breath. Hold the breath. Exhale. Hold the breath. One more time. Inhale. Hold the breath. Arms at the top. Exhale. hold the breath at the bottom. And then just release that practice, release that box breathing. Bringing your hands just comfortably on your lap. And again, check in with the body. The breath can heal our stress, can release the stress, can release the anxiety, this rise of anxiety. And we use just a few minutes of these kinds of practices every day. Notice how your body feels. Notice if there's this sense of more openness, less rigidness, a little more comfort, a little more ease, a little more balance. From deeply within, there's this tingling that we might experience. Checking in with how the breath is doing. Now that it's breathing itself, we've finished with that type of technique. And we're allowing the breath to breathe itself, and perhaps it is smoother, easier. What science is now teaching us and showing us is that we have different types of breathing occurring when we have different emotional states. So when we are stressed and overwhelmed or anxious, we have a very short, shallow, choppy type of a breath. When we can elongate our breath intentionally like we did, we're also changing our emotional state to a little more relaxed, a little more soothed, a little more nourished, at peace, calm, confident. So when we can intentionally smooth out our breath, deepen our breath, slow our breath down, we're not only allowing ourselves to actually have more energy available through the lungs and the oxygen and the blood that runs into the blood through these techniques, but we're also rebalancing and regulating our nervous system with this smoother breath. It sends signals to the brain that everything is okay, there are no threats. So I encourage you to use these techniques for yourself, to stay calm and confident and healthy. And as always, it's such a privilege to be here to share some practice.